Hi, it's that time of year again when the skies are going to open and we're going to get thunder and lightning. But even more disturbing is that we have July 4th coming up. So I wanted to talk to you about how this can affect your dog and what you can do. I'm Dr. Carolyn Lincoln with Play to Behave, and you can find out more about me at playtobehave.com. I'd really love it if you'd come over and join my group, my community. It's the Puppy and Dog Training Group, and I will put that in the post above so you can click through and join if you like. There we can discuss things. Well, I was driving through a neighborhood yesterday, very small homes, very cute, very nice neighborhood, but small yards and very small homes. And yet these giant fireworks were going off. It's like, great, we're heading right into the weekend when everybody's firework happy. And if you have a dog who's sensitive to fireworks or a puppy, this is something that I know is probably on your mind. And then, of course, following up with that is we are from July to November, we're in the thunderstorm season. So let's talk about it a little bit. First of all, I want to, if you have a puppy, I just want to warn you that, it might be really cute. Hi, Heather, how are you? It might be very cute. You could tell me this too, Heather, right? You've had a lot of puppies. To sort of laugh and smile when they get scared when there is a firework that goes off or a thunderstorm, but that's not a good idea. You want to comfort your puppy. Now, you don't want to over-comfort them, and that's where people make a mistake. Because if you keep trying to console them, oh, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, and pick them up and hold them, you're really sending a message that there's something to worry about. And likewise, your reaction matters. So when a firework goes off you weren't expecting, or when a thunderclap is super loud, I mean, we all, and at lightning, we all might jump in our seats, right? But it's how you recover after that. That would be normal for your puppy or dog to react the same way that you do. But once it's over, once you collect yourself, you just go, oh my gosh, it's okay. Good dog, and don't belabor the point. But if they need to crawl in your lap or they need to be near you, then make sure you offer that, because you want to make sure they know they can trust you, they can rely on you to make them feel better when something's scary. Now, when you get to the oldest dog, I'll go to the dog in between in a minute, but if you get to the senior dog, a lot of times when they turn 7, 8 years old, depending on the breed and your particular dog, they might become nervous about thunderstorms and loud noises like fireworks at that age when they didn't used to be. And that's because their hearing and their eyesight starts to fail and they become less secure about the world around them. And you can see an increase in anxiety. Also, people tend to exercise their older dogs less. And so, again, they don't feel as close to you maybe, or they are a little bit worried about the world around them. So they're going to need some comfort as well. Now, you can have a dog that's born also that's just a more sensitive dog, just like you or people might be more sensitive. And if that's the case and they're noise sensitive, then you're just going to have to accept that about them. You can make it a little easier on them with things like the vacuum or whatever, but it doesn't mean that's ever going to entirely go away. So there's going to be cases with dogs, and this is especially in that middle area, where you end up with a dog who's, say, from 3 years old to 8 years old, and it totally is freaked out about thunderstorms or fireworks. Sorry about that noise in the background. Somebody is doing something with their lawn every single day of the week here. So I love it when I have a quiet, peaceful day and I can hear the birds. But anyways, for those dogs that are really nervous, okay, there's a whole, there's a range, right, in how sensitive your dog might be. If you notice that your dog has sensitivities, then I would definitely put on a video of some kind, set up your phone or set up your iPad to record your dog during the day. Even if they're not in the picture, does not matter, okay? Because you can hear them if they're barking or whining or pacing in most cases. So just set it up in the room where they're in most commonly. You might have to do this more than once and just see how they're reacting. If your dog is overreacting, you want to catch this as early as you possibly can. So have somebody there with them. If you know there's going to be a thunderstorm coming up or fireworks coming up, or if you can't have someone with them, maybe you can hire somebody like a pet sitter. for those particularly difficult times. And if that doesn't work, you might need to think about medication or supplements of some kind. So I would talk to your veterinarian about that. I'm not going to go over the specifics of different types of medications you can use or supplements necessarily. I'll talk about 2 different supplements that I like, but really you need to check with your vet just to make sure what's going to be okay for your dog. And having them checked out to make sure everything else is normal is going to help, because if they're already painful or uncomfortable because of some other reason, like maybe their hips are bothering them, they're going to maybe overreact to sounds when they wouldn't otherwise. So I know this might be also a pain for you, and you think, oh God, my dog is so sensitive and I have to be home and this just isn't fair. Yeah, sometimes life isn't fair. Sometimes you end up with a person or a dog or another pet of some kind or a job where you have to do things that you don't necessarily want to, but you have to do what's best for them, or things can just get worse. You know, usually a neighborhood kid or somebody would be happy to come over and make a little extra money, so that if you know there's going to be fireworks or there's going to be thunderstorms, your dog isn't alone. Sometimes that isn't enough, and sometimes it is. Okay, so a couple other things you can try using. One is a thunder shirt. I absolutely love thunder shirts. I should have grabbed mine to show you. But it's like swaddling a baby. It's very tight. There's also one called an anxiety wrap, and there might be other ones on the market you want to try. But for $30 or $40, you're not sinking a lot of money into it. You could give it a try. I would put it on your dog before there's a problem, like a beautiful day like this. Go ahead and put it on your dog, not when it's too hot, but put it on your dog so that you can wrap them up in it and see how they feel. And many times they'll be able to sleep because they feel like they're getting that hug. And it, like I said, it's like swaddling a baby, so it calms them down. It's also used, this type of thing is used for autistic children, and it seems to help them as well. So you could try that, see if it works. I've had great success with it. I would say 90% of people who I know who've tried it, it's helped. It might not take away everything completely, but it definitely helps. Then another thing to try, and you can try them together, there's no harm in that. Ray's right here next to me. If I can move the camera, I would show you. Maybe at the end. So you can try Adaptil, or dog appeasing pheromone. There are many different ones on the market now, but I would stick with the one that you know that has research behind it, and that's Adaptil. There may be another one now with more research behind it, and if so, check the source of that research, when it was done, you know, and who paid for it, all that kind of stuff. And if you think it's good, fine. But I would always start with the one that I know is proven to show an improvement in the majority of dogs. Okay, that doesn't mean it's going to take away 100%, but it's going to help. Don't you want help? Help is good, right? Doesn't have to take it away completely. So if you try Adaptil, I would start with that one, the dog appeasing pheromone, and that is a chemical that, you know, is natural, that the body emits, and it sends messages. So this particular one's sending a message that things are good and calm, and your dog, you know, the nursing mother puts that out for the babies, and so they should feel better. I'm super worried that my phone is going to die because I don't have much power on it. So if it does, I'll try to pick this up later. But anyways, Adaptil is great because it's synthetically produced. It doesn't have any odor to you. You won't notice it. You can use it as a diffuser in the air. You can use it as a collar. Just look it up online and you can find out more about it, or you can ask me. So that's another thing I would try. Also, not too expensive. Yes, it might cost you $50 for a month's worth of it, you know, if it's the collar or the diffuser. But honestly, if it's going to help your dog feel better, I think it's well worth it. So Thunder Shirt I went over, and I also went over the dog appeasing pheromone. 2 other things you might want to try are Solaquin, which is a supplement, and dogs think it's really tasty. It's a treat, and it's, again, it's like any of these things, it's not 100%, but it could help. It's probably about the same price range, $30 to $50 a month, depending on what, but it's Solliquin. It has a very effective ingredient called L-theanine, which is made from green tea. Everything in it's natural. There's a couple of metabolites from milk, which calm them down. And then the last one, I can't remember what that one's from. But anyways, it works for a lot of my clients. And so I'd highly recommend that. You can get that through your veterinarian. You might be able to find it on eBay. You might be able to find it on Amazon, but I haven't had much success with that. Your veterinarian may not have heard of it. They might have heard of Accutane. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it's Anxitane. And that works very well too. And they might have some other supplements they recommend. But Solaquin has the main ingredient, the active ingredient that Accutane has, and it has other ones that like Zycline has. So I don't know, I've had great success with it. And as I said, some researchers that I personally know that are veterinary behaviorists have done the research on this and gotten some great results. So you can try that. You can try it as an event. So you use it just the day of. Started a couple hours before, but I've had more success if you've had it on board for a couple of weeks, and you can stop and start it anytime you want. And the last one, what did I say? I can't remember now. I'll have to think about it. So you can go with the Thunder shirt, the dog appeasing pheromone. You can try this supplement that I mentioned. Oh, see, now it's telling me low power mode. Oh, bummer. Okay, so I'll make this quick. And there's other supplements you could try, of course. And then I think there was one, there's aromatherapy. There's other things you can try. But I would start there. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Just start with easy things and see if that doesn't help your dog feel better, and let me know. And if you have any questions, let me know too, because I can do another Facebook Live and try to answer those for you. So again, this is Dr. Carolyn Lincoln with Play to Behave, and you can find out more at playtobehave.com. And I really hope you'll come join my community, Puppy and Dog Training. We have some great conversations in there, and it's right here on Facebook, so it's easy to get to. You just have to ask to join, and I'll put a link in the post. All right, you guys all have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy your 4th of July. I will be in Cape Cod, so if I can, I will broadcast from there. But typically, I have bad internet when I'm there. So I'll answer questions or put up images or something in some other way to keep in touch. If you're in the U.S., it's our birthday, so let's celebrate. All right, have a great day.